Okay, it's time to speak incel again. You know what's funny? I always think how different things could have been. Like you know when you see those like time traveler memes and you go back and like you move a pen and then all of a sudden the Japanese rule the world or some shit. I feel like I could have become like a really hardcore BlackPill incel if just one little thing had kind of gone differently in the past. Like go back in time, like move a leaf or move a pen, and like you could have had Elliot Roger over here. You could have all been watching this channel that's just gone viral now after I just, blew up a college and shot my own brains out, and like you're all watching this now being like, oh, we should have seen the signs. Just kidding. In GTA 6, of course. In case there's any feds watching this. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who actually, go outside and aren't in this world, there's 3 schools of thought in the University of Getting No Bitches. There's the blue pill, the red pill, and the black pill. So as you know, like the blue pill is just kind of like your normal society, conventional advice on life and dating advice. It's like, oh yeah, like just be nice, just be yourself, everyone will find someone someday. Oh, like equality, men and women are the same, and it's like default settings of life basically. The red pill is basically just like your average, like, oh, like just become a high status male, be an alpha male, be strong, and be mean. Nice guys finish last, and like all girls only want to date like the chads and the top 20% of lads.
I am Andrew Tate.
So you need to like get strong, be mean, become a chad, become an alpha.
Lord of all beasts of the land and fishes in the sea, I know everything. What I say is gospel.
Like all that fucking weird like cringe, like autistic shit, but that's kind of like also weirdly true. Like just from experience, don't hate me, but like it like there's some truth to that. Like you can't say there isn't. And it obviously comes from like the analogies like from the movie The Matrix, where your man's like about to take the red pill or the blue pill, and the blue pill is just like kind of he wakes up in his bed and everything stays the same, and the red pill is like, oh, he sees the truth. And it's like that kind of thing. It's like, oh, you see the truth of like women and dating, and like how you can't just be yourself, and you can't just be nice, and you need to just become an alpha male, and like there's alphas and betas, and it's so fucking weird to talk about, and it's so like autistic. But like then you have the black pill, and the black pill is basically, it's a lot like the red pill, where it's like, okay, like yeah, girls are superficial and like you have to be in the top 20% of guys and all that stuff. But the black pill is like, it's all genetic. That's what the black pill is. The black pill is like, oh, it's all about looks and it's all about your genetics, genetic predeterminism. It's like, do you have the right eye shape, or the right like gonial angle, or the right like jaw shape? And if you don't, then you're fucked, and like you're gonna get no bitches for the rest of your life, and you need to rope max basically. It's like genetic predeterminism, and it's like the cancerous mindset of just defeatism. The black pill has become kind of popular recently with like all the incel posting everywhere about like looks maxing, and your positive or negative canthal tilt, and like doing these face ratings, and if you don't have like the right like rating, it's over for you, and like just basically posting about like how it's over. Like I remember that phrase, it's over, or rope max, and that kind of thing was really popping on TikTok. Like when I was last on TikTok, when was I last on it? Like probably more than half a year ago. Like that's a godforsaken place, TikTok. Fuck me, like I hate that platform. But just like how the red pill kind of transcended dating, and it kind of became like this whole lens of like political and like social worldview, like the idea of taking the red pill has kind of gone out of dating, and it's become this whole euphemism for like seeing the truth of the world and like how it really is, and the truth of like politics and money and all that kind of thing. Like you see the truth of society and like escaping the matrix, and you're basically just like a far-right conspiracy theorist. Like you become just the classic, like vaccines and banks and money and Jews. But little do you know, the black pill also kind of transcends dating, and in the same kind of way. And not many people know this, but in a way I think being red pill leads to the societal black pill. It creates this thing called doomers, and doomerism, obviously being a doomer is just kind of, actually what is being a doomer? I'm gonna look it up, like the official definition. So I got my trusted scholarly source, Urban Dictionary. So the top one, doomer, a person, usually a millennial or a Generation Z male, who has experienced apparent hardship, relationship breakup, job loss, failure, etc., and has become fully immersed in in apathy, self-hatred, depression, and generally being a loner, usually asleep or tired in the day and more active at the night, spending time on the internet or going on long night walks ruminating. Often has little other hobbies whilst listening to characteristic music, including slowcore, Eastern European goth, doomer wave, Radiohead, and more somber and depressing forms of Midwest emo music. Doomers often want a normal life, but find it hard to understand why everything goes against them and thinks long and hard about a path back to normality. Person A: I haven't seen Tom in ages, where is he? Person B: he took the breakup with his GF quite badly, then lost his job. He now spends all his time reading, posting status updates, and depressing music on Facebook. Person A: sounds like Tom has gone full on doomer. Second one, doomer: a person with a pessimistic outlook on life. Doomer feels a sense of helplessness and aimlessness and is often stricken with deep despair for life. For a doomer, life is meaningless and the world is inevitably doomed by humanity's ignorance and greed. I've never seen Tom smile or try. Jeez, why is it always Tom? I've never seen Tom smile or try to be happy in my life. He's such a doomer. So yeah, that's what a doomer is. And that's basically, obviously, we understand the black pill is you're kind of a doomer about dating because you think, oh, it's all genetics, like it's fucked and whatnot. Doomers, I think we have a doomer epidemic when it comes to life in general. And I think that comes because of like sort of this like red pill ideology when it comes to like life. When you spend a lot of time on the internet, right? And you're listening to all these like based commentators and influencers, what are they telling you exactly? They're telling you, oh, the elites are controlling the world, like the government's gonna enslave you and come after you, oh, this person is doing this, oh, these people are colluding, the Matrix is gonna put you down, the Jews are this is happening, like the feminists, the gays, the woke man virus is coming after you and they're gonna ruin your life, and like these big systems are placing this. And like when you're feeding people this constant like stream of shit about like these subversive plots, it's like, aren't you creating doomers? Aren't you creating a doomer by this? Like if you're convincing everyone that like the whole world is coming out to get them and like everything is just so fucked all the time, aren't you creating the same kind of doomer rope max attitude that the same like the black pillars about dating have? Like, you know, the black pillars about like the incels who are black pilled about dating that we all look down on. Like when you see some poor incel on TikTok posting about like their face and doing face ratings of random people, like them sick twisted shit, aren't you kind of doing the same thing, having the same frame of mind just about like life? That is also black pill, and so many guys get stuck in that kind of shit. That's not to say that there aren't some hard truths about life. As I said about the red pill, some of that shit like when it comes to dating is true, and like same with society and politics and whatever. Like there are corrupt systems in place and there are some things that you kind of need to be aware of, and yeah, it's not all rosy. Our systems and shit are corrupt to an extent, but next time you see like another like based influencer or another fucking disgusting subhuman fucking base conservative podcaster or whatever shit like that, just think to yourself, like, what are they doing? What are they gaining from this? What are these fucking disgusting cretin fucking copy pasted straight from a lab? Sorry. What are these fucking base conservative podcasters that are copy pasted straight from a fucking lab? Like, what are they doing? Next time you see one of them, just know that they are feeding you the exact same slop that's turning you into a doomer. They're turning you into a victim, a perpetual victim. They're blackpilling you. They'll talk about like they advocate for men against the woke mind virus or the woke this or the woke that, but they don't give a fuck. They'll pay lip service to male mental health and like suicide, male suicide and that kind of thing, but they're contributing to the same problem. They're creating more black-pilled individuals who are even bigger victims, more antisocial, more hateful, more just disgusting like themselves, whilst these fuckers, these fucking conservative-based podcasters are just sitting there making money at the top, pretending like they're helping you, but they're really not. If I see another fucking base red pill podcaster come out, I swear to God, they don't care. They're making money. They're feeding you what you want. They know that there's a mental health crisis to an extent as a result of our society and like social media addiction and like just kind of how our society is structured. They know there's a mental health crisis and there's a doomer crisis and a lot of people are doomers, but they know that and they're feeding into that. they're feeding that doomer part of your brain that wants to hear that kind of shit, that's attracted to that kind of shit, and they're growing it, and they're just, it's like reinforcing those beliefs. It's appealing to your mind. Yeah. Plus they're lying, because we know who really controls the world. We know the real world order. So as I'm here to tell you, there's a new pill for those of us based enough to know exactly who actually runs shit. We know who really runs shit around here. Look at that. I'm red pilling you on the Irish world order. Because that's what they don't want you to see. See, all the fucking stupid Jewish shit, that's just a psyop, okay? So I have one question for you. Are you ready to take the leprechaun pill?